The problem states that if P1 minus 2 is a point on the line A3 minus 6 and BXY such that AP is to PB is equal to 2 is to 3, find the coordinates of B. Okay, so we draw the line. Here are the endpoints A and B. A is the point 3 minus 6 and B is the point XY. Okay, such that AP is to PB is equal to 2 is to 3. So let us say a point here, P. AP is to PB is 2 is to 3. So as I told you that you have to determine the starting point. So if you are taking this as your x1, y1, this becomes your x2, y2. And because you have taken A as your x1, y1, two parts of the line lie here and three parts lie here. So that here m is equal to 2 and here n is equal to 3. Okay. So once you know this, now you can find out the coordinates of P. So here, let us write the coordinates first. X1 is equal to 3, y1 is equal to minus 6, x2 is equal to x, and y2 is equal to y. Okay. Also, m is equal to 2 and n is equal to 3. So therefore, what should be the coordinates of P? In fact, the coordinates of P is given to you here, 1 minus 2. But from section formula, we'll first find the coordinates of P and then equate it to the given coordinate of P. So coordinates of P. Write the formula. Okay, and this is equal to m here is 2, x2 here is x, plus n here is 3, x1 here is 3, divided by m plus n. Next, m y2, y2 here is y, plus n y1 minus 6, divided by 2 plus 3. So this is the coordinates of P. Simplify this. P here comes out to be 2x plus 9 divided by 5. And the y coordinate comes out to be 2y minus 18 divided by 5. And because the coordinates of P is given to you, so therefore this coordinate that we have got in terms of x and y must be equal to the given coordinates of P, which is 1 minus 2. That means now we can equate the x coordinate and the y coordinate separately. 2x plus 9 by 5 is equal to 1 and 2y minus 18 by 5 is equal to minus 2. These two are the equations that we are getting. We can solve these two equations to get the value of x and y. So cross multiply, 2x plus 9 is equal to 5 and 2y minus 18 is equal to minus 10. So you get here 2x is equal to 9 minus 5. 2y is equal to 18 minus 10. 2x is equal to 4 and 2y is equal to 8. That means x must be equal to 4 by 2, which is equal to 2, and y is equal to 8 by 2, which is equal to 4. So I've got the values of x and y. Therefore, what should be the coordinates of b? Coordinates of b should be 2, 4. And that's your answer. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this was a sum where this was another application of section formula where you had to find one of the endpoints. Okay. We move on to the third kind of problem from section formula. Look at this problem here. The line segment joining A23 and B6 minus 5 is intersected by the x-axis at the point K. Okay. Remember that the diagram is not given to you here. You will have to draw the diagram. Write down the coordinate of the point K, ordinate of the point K, not the coordinate, ordinate. You know what ordinate means? Ordinate means the y coordinate of the point K. Yes.
Y-axis.
Hence, find the ratio in which K divides AB. Also find the coordinates of K. Now remember, ordinate does not mean exactly y-axis. Ordinate exactly means the y coordinate of a point. Okay. So now once we know this problem, let us draw a rough figure of this. This is your XY plane. And the line segment A23. Let's say A23 will lie somewhere over here. As I said, you just need a rough position of the point. And B6 minus 5. 6 minus 5 will lie, say, somewhere over here. Okay. And you join these two. This becomes your line segment joining these 2 points. Okay. It is intersected by this line segment is intersected by the x-axis at the point K. So this point becomes your K. Okay. First question is write down the ordinate of the point K. So what is the ordinate of the point K? 0. Ordinate of the point K is equal to 0. Okay. Okay, now let's read the next part of the question. Next part of the question states, hence find the ratio in which K divides AB. Also find the coordinates of K. Okay. Now you need to find out the ratio in which K divides AB means you need to find AK is to KB. Now here, if you see in this problem, where I have solved, I have taken AK is to KB is equal to M is to N. There's another approach in which you can do. You can take the coordinates. You can consider the ratio to be K. Let's say K is to 1. Okay, or you can say lambda is to 1 also. Okay. So first of all, I say let the coordinates of K be A comma 0. Because it lies on the x-axis, obviously the y coordinate will be 0. So I assume the coordinates of K to be A comma 0. Okay, and let the x-axis divide AB in the ratio, let's say lambda is to 1. Okay, so that means if I'm taking this as my x1 y1, then this becomes my x2 y2, and from where I am starting with x1 y1, this becomes lambda parts lie here, and only one part lies here, right? This is what the ratio means.
So please
Fine.
explain the ratio again.
If I can take the ratio as lambda is to 1, see any ratio. Suppose I have a ratio 2 is to 3. Okay, I can always take the ratio to be lambda is to 1. This ratio, how? See, this can be written as 2 by 3. which can also be written as 2 by 3 by 1, isn't it? So this becomes 2 by 3 is to 1. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So if I take m is to n, or if whether I take lambda is to 1, it's the same thing. Now understood?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now if I take the ratio as lambda is to 1, now let us find out the coordinates of k from section formula. So therefore, coordinates of k. Now I'm sure you are conversant with the formula. So let's write the formula, and then I don't need to write separately what are the values of x and y. You can look from the diagram only. Mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n.
Bye.
Okay. Now put the values here. See the values from the figure and put it. M here is lambda, right? N here is 1, isn't it? So put it here, lambda
Yes, sir.
into x2. X2 here is 6 plus n is 1. X1 here is 2 divided by m plus n means lambda plus 1. Again, m is lambda, x2 is 6. Sorry, y2. Y2 is minus 5 plus n, y1 is 3 divided by lambda plus 1. This is the coordinate of k. Simplify this. You get 6 lambda plus 2 divided by lambda plus 1. And here you get 3 minus 5 lambda by lambda plus 1. Okay. This is the coordinate of k you are getting. But what is the coordinate of k I have taken here? A comma 0. So this coordinate here that I've got must be equal to a comma 0. 6 lambda plus 2 divided by lambda plus 1 comma 3 minus 5 lambda by lambda plus 1 must be equal to a comma 0. We don't know the value of k. We'll find it later. Okay. But what happens here is that when I equate the coordinates, what do I get? I get 6 lambda plus 2 divided by lambda plus 1 is equal to a. So call this equation number 1. And what else do I get? I get 3 minus 5 lambda by lambda plus 1 is equal to 0. Call this equation number 2. Now we start with equation number 2. So from 2, 3, if you cross multiply, you get 3 minus 5 lambda is equal to 0. So what do you get? You get 5 lambda is equal to 3. That means you get lambda is equal to 3 by 5. So what is the ratio we are getting here? Therefore, ratio in which k divides AB is lambda is to 1, which we have taken. Lambda is 3 by 5 is to 1, which is equal to 3 by 5 by 1, which is equal to 3 by 5, which is nothing but 3 is to 5. Fine. I have taken m and n here in solving. You can do it this way also, whichever way you want, whichever way you find convenient, whether you want to take m is to n or whether you want to take lambda is to 1, depends on you. Okay. Whichever way you find convenient. So we have found out the value of lambda. Now, if you see the next part of the question states, find the coordinates of k also. Not first, this question we have answered. Find the ratio in which k divides AB. That answer is 3 is to 5. The next part states, find the coordinates of the point k. Now we'll use equation number 1 to find out the x coordinate of k. So from 1, k is equal to 6 lambda plus 2 by lambda plus 1. Put the value of lambda here. Lambda we have got 3 by 5 plus 2 divided by 3 by 5 plus 1, which is equal to 18 by 5 plus 2 divided by 3 by 5 plus 1. And now you can take LCM in the numerator and denominator to get 18 plus 10 divided by 5 whole divided by 3 plus 5 divided by 5. So this 5 cancels. So you get 28 by 8. Okay. So which is equal to um, which is equal to, this should be 7, this should be 2. I'm getting 7 by 2 here. Whereas here I have got this as, have I got the ratio as 3:5? Yes. In fact, I made a mistake here. This should be 5K, okay? Because the ratio I've got as 3:5. I'm taking one as 3K, the other should be taken as 5K, okay? So here the answer is wrong. Here the answer that I've got here, this should be 7 by 2, okay? So that is how you find out the coordinates of B. So let's write down the coordinates of coordinates of K. Coordinates of K, A0, and the value of A that we have got here is 7 by 2. 7 by 2 comma 0. That is the coordinate of K. Any question here? No question? Move on to the next problem. And next problem is the next concept. We want move on to the midpoint formula, which is very important formula. If you have a line segment, in fact, midpoint formula comes from section formula only. Okay, but you have to remember it separately. Suppose if you have a line segment in which you have the point coordinates of A as x1 by 1 and the coordinates of B as x2 by 2, such that P is the midpoint of AB. That means AP is equal to PB. So here AP is equal to PB. Okay, P is the midpoint. That means what should be this? AP by PB. AP by PB. This ratio should be equal to 1. That is AP is to PB is what ratio? AP is to PB is equal to 1:1. Right? So one part lies here and one part lies here. So from section formula, what is the coordinate of P? Therefore, coordinate of P, mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. We have my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. Now you know that this ratio is 1:1. So this is m and this is n. So m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 1. You put m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 1 in this formula. You get here x1 plus x2 divided by 2 is equal to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. This formula here is called the midpoint formula, which is actually a derivation from section formula. Please remember, if I want you to find out the midpoint of the join of 2 points, you'll use the midpoint formula directly. Let us see an example here. Find the coordinates of the point of the midpoint of the line joining the points 5, -11 and 4, 3. So you've got 2 points given to you. A 5, -11, and you have got another point B 4, 3. Okay, and let us say that the midpoint here is P. So P is the midpoint. So if you take this as your x1, y1, here it does not matter which direction you take your x1, y1 and x2, y2. Okay, you can take any one as your x1, y1, any other as your x2, y2. Only in case of your section formula, it really matters. Okay, so therefore, what should be the coordinates of P? X1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Put it in this formula. x1 here is 5, x2 here is minus 11, y1 here is sorry, x2 here is 4, and y1 here is minus 11, and y2 here is 3. Okay, so now you can calculate this to be 9 by 2 and minus 8 by 2, which is equal to p 9 by 2 comma minus 4. This is the coordinate of the midpoint. Any question from midpoint formula? Any doubts here?
No, sir.
Okay. We'll do one another simple problem and then we'll finish up. The line segment joining A 3 minus 3 1 and B 5 minus 4 is the diameter of a circle. Find the coordinates of the center. So let us say that you have a circle. I know what is the diameter. The chord that passes through the center of a circle is called the diameter of a circle. In fact, it is the greatest chord of a circle. Okay, so this is your diameter, and the line segment joining A minus 3 1 and B 5 minus 4. Okay, is the diameter of a circle. So AB is the diameter of a circle. Find the coordinates of the center. So let us say center is C. Okay, so clearly C is the center C is the midpoint of AB. So therefore, what should be the coordinates of the center C? X1 plus X2 divided by 2, Y1 plus Y2 divided by 2. You can take this as your X1, Y1, and you can take this as your X2, Y2, or the other way around also. It does not matter which one you take X1, Y1 and which one you take X2, Y2, which is equal to C. Now just put the values here, minus 3 plus 5 by 2 and 1 minus 4 by 2, which is equal to C, 2 by 2, which is 1, and 1 minus 4 is minus 3 by 2. So this is the coordinates of the center of the circle. Any question here? Any problem from application of this midpoint formula? No?
sir.
It seems I've got time for another one. We'll do another one. Now, next problem is something from reflection that I had left, and I had told you that I'll be discussing this problem and I'll be doing section formula. So let's discuss this problem, actually a problem from reflection, but because it required a section formula, that is why we are discussing here. Okay, question is, find the image of the point 5 minus 3 in the point minus 1, 3. So let us draw this. You need to find the image of the point. This point say 5 minus 3 in this mirror line. Suppose this is your point mirror. In which point? Minus 1, 3. And suppose the image of A on reflection in the point M is A dashed. And let us call this coordinate as AB. Or you can take XY also, no problem. Let us call this as AB. Okay, so we say let the image of A 5 minus 3 under reflection in the mirror, in the point mirror, M minus 1, 3, B A dashed AB. Okay. So clearly this should AM must be equal to MA. That is, M is the midpoint of AA dashed. Right? So M is the midpoint of AA dashed. Now what should be the coordinates of M from midpoint formula? Okay. So you take this as your x1, y1 and this as your x2, y2, or the other way around also, no problem. Any way you want. M, so 5 plus A by 2, and this is minus 3 plus B by 2. This is the coordinates of M, right? But what are the coordinates of M given to you here? Minus 1, 3. So therefore, 5 plus A by 2 minus 3 plus B by 2 must be equal to minus 1, 3. Now we can equate the x coordinate and the y coordinate to get our values of A and B. That means 5 plus A by 2 is equal to minus 1, and minus 3 plus B by 2 is equal to 3. That means you get 5 plus A is equal to minus 2, and minus 3 plus B is equal to 6 minus. So we have here A is equal to minus 2 minus 5, and B is equal to, which is minus 7, and B is equal to minus 3 plus 6, which is equal to 3. So therefore, coordinates of the image of A, image of A, 5 minus 3 under reflection, in the point mirror, M minus 1, 3 is A dashed. Value of A we have found as minus 7, 3, and this is the required coordinate of the image of A. Any question on this sum? No questions? Okay. All of you can hear me or not? There is some sort of audio problem.
No, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, now I'll just mention, give you an introduction to the centroid of a triangle. I have already mentioned this to you back in class 9 also. I'll just refresh your memory as far as the centroid is concerned. Now, what is the centroid of a triangle? First of all, we discuss median. Median of a triangle. What is the median? A straight line, a line segment joining a vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of the opposite side. Is called a median of the triangle. So now you remember the definition that I told you in class 9. So if you have a triangle, and what you do is from this vertex, you join the midpoint of the other side, of the opposite side. So you have vertex A joined to the midpoint of the opposite side BC. Okay, so let us call this R. And again, I can have another median. From B, I join the midpoint of the opposite side AC. Let us call this point Q. Okay, and I can have a third median. From C, I can join the midpoint of the opposite side AC, and let us call this point P. Okay, so in this here I have three medians. So here AR, CP, and BQ are the three medians of triangle ABC. Okay, these are the three medians of triangle ABC. Now we define what is called as a centroid. This point that you see, the point of intersection of the medians, this point, let us call this M. This point M is called the centroid of triangle ABC. Centroid. The centroid of a triangle is the point of intersection of the medians of a triangle. Okay. So now once we know the definition of medians and centroid, there's a small theorem that you must know. We only apply this theorem. We don't need the proof of this theorem, that the centroid of a triangle divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Okay, so look at this figure here. See that AR is the median of a triangle. This point M will divide AR in the ratio 2:1, such that two parts will lie here and one part will lie here. Similarly, CP is a median, so two parts will lie here and one part will lie here. Similarly, BQ is a median, so two parts will lie here and only one part will lie here. Okay, this is what the theorem states. So now any question you have based on this?
No, sir.
Okay, so I'll just leave you with a formula then. Centroid of a triangle. Coordinates of the centroid of a triangle. You can see the deduction here. Deduction is not required. I have done the deduction for you. You can go through the deduction. Okay. You just need to remember the result. Coordinate of the centroid of a triangle. Okay. Suppose you have a triangle whose vertices are x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3. ABC is a triangle where I give you these coordinates. Okay. Then if you know the coordinates of the vertices of a triangle, you can directly write the coordinates of the centroid M. Let me draw the medians and then if M is the centroid of the triangle, coordinates of the centroid you can directly write as, the formula is x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 divided by 3. This is the formula for centroid of a triangle. Okay, I have shown you how we are getting this formula. You can go through this if you are interested, but we just need the formula to work out the sums. Okay, so in the next week, I'll be working out sums on two sets of sums on centroid, and then I'll be moving on to some more problems on section formula, midpoint theorem, and centroid of triangle. Okay, so I'll stop here then.
Okay.